Okay, so the campaign continues. Um, all right, I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but okay. Um, so myself today, just okay. I counted the steps I did today. When I say steps, I mean stairs. I did 400, and I have a broken pelvis. I'm in pain, but well, it kind of went away a little bit. Um, so sometimes when I had to do a lot, and then I decided to try to take my crutches and take a walk. Okay, so there's that. I also went to the organic store today, and it's really hot out, and I can't really drink a lot or eat a lot in the heat. So I had, you know, organic juices this morning, orange and cranberry, coffee, and water, of course, lots of. I had to go to the co-op and I restocked my organic stuff because that's all I'm eating right now, except for one or two things, specifically peanut butter. And I have in my house the cappuccino mix. Okay. So, but other than that, and I say that I really, truly, yeah, no way. Mm-mm. I'm not, I don't put junk in my body. There was a brief moment on my way to the co-op today where I said, there's um, a cousin submarine shop. I don't know if you guys know what that is. It's very good. I won't go to Subway. Well, you know what? I haven't been there in about since I was taking care of my dad in 2021. So anyway, tuna was always is my favorite. Tuna, no onions, and okay, so that's a weakness. But that again, I haven't done that since 2021. Um, oh, I went to a Dairy Queen last summer because I had lost so much weight, and it just kept coming off, and I was so sick. I was so embarrassed. Ugh. And I was in one of these vans, and they were taking me to a doctor appointment. It was a fucking nightmare. And I asked him, I had to give him money, if he'd stop at the Dairy Queen, and let me go through the drive-through and get, I was thinking, let me get the most calories I can because I can't eat any of the fucking food they're giving me. And it was the worst. It was gross. It made me even more sick. Huh. It was terrible. And I said, well, I'm never doing that again because it tasted like it just was bad. And then we have this. We have this doofus who I don't like with his mother who appears to need knee replacements and or be bow-legged. Look at her knees and look at her tibia and the way she's taking the stairs. She's obese. She looks horrible. She looks like she got straight up. This is straight from a Walmart. She's wearing like below the knee pants, some sort of sandal or tennis shoe with the pink. She is. Are you kidding? And then she has her bag across. Oh my god. She doesn't. Okay. She is campaigning with her son on Donald J. Trump's private plane, being catered to, I'm sure, by whoever's on the plane. I'm sure Trump is the kind of guy that would be like, get her whatever she needs, and he'd probably give her money. From what I read, she's a house cleaner, I can't picture. Does she even have health insurance? I'm seriously upset for the woman. But here's why I'm the most upset. No one had, no one on that campaign, Corey Lewandowski, said, hey, if you're taking your mom on the Trump plane with your name on it, I mean, which just makes me want to upchuck to begin with. I don't like this guy. His name is Bowman. Um, I just don't like him. He changed his name. I could read articles, but they're from websites that are rather offensive with lots of swearing. If you think I'm bad, and okay, I should just. I got it. I have to get it under control here. So if you're going to do a professional job, you make sure you are put together properly. If you don't know how to do that on your own, then I'm going to go ahead and say you raised a trailer park trash son who's nothing but an idiot, because what he's doing here is he's embarrassing my country, but more importantly, he's embarrassing his mom. She should not be open to criticism like this, but I have to do it because this is gross. I want you to think of what, like someone like Macron's wife, who probably is around the same age as this woman. From best I can tell, she had her first kid when she was 19, which means she was born in in 1979. She was 19 years old, so she was born in 1960 or 61, from best I can tell. I can't find her exact birth date, and I'm not spending any more time looking for it. She's a junkie. She's been clean for a while. I read 10 years. I don't know. I read 10, 12. I don't know. I will tell you this. I feel terribly sorry for her that she got into that path, that happened to her. Um, but she's not. All right. This is for a reason. It's to help him. I'm embarrassed by this. This is the fucking vice president position in the US. And you can bet this dude's gonna want to run for president in 4 years. He's not going anywhere. He has a taste of it now, doesn't he? And I'm noticing there aren't any Secret Service either. Okay, so I don't like Vance. I think he's on like that semaglutide, that drug, because he's dropped a lot of weight. He's really pudgy too. So here's the video. I mean, this is so embarrassing. I've got to put this on my TV. Now, you notice how she's kind of bow-legged right there? Now that means that your knees hurt and or your hips. Now I was talking to my boss today, and I was asking him, I just love this guy. Although, no, I would never say, I just love him, not like that. And he still swims, since I've known him, swims a mile every day. Gets up at 5 o'clock in the morning to do it too. And he had bilateral hip replacement or knee replacements, right? Yeah, and he was telling me he was having, did he have two total hips? Whatever. And he was having some issues, and because he said he can't get his range of motion the way he wants or something like that. So we talk about this stuff a lot. He said, I've always had problems with that. And he did. He was fine when we first started working together, but as the years progressed, he kind of had a bit of a limp. But like I said, he worked out every day, and swimming was his passion. Still, I can't even believe it. He took the thing, by the way, and had a stroke from it. I can't talk to him about it because he shuts me down. My wife made me. I don't want to talk about it. I guarantee. I hope the hell he won't do it again. You know what I'm talking about. So we were talking today. He said he was born in 1947. Okay, these are my friends. My brother is older than Mrs. Vance and or whatever her name is, Mrs. Hamill Bowman or whatever. And well, I'm kind of jealous of him because he's in such good shape. I can't even fucking believe it. You know. But again, the guy was an athlete his entire life growing up. His main focus. I had to pick up the slack because basketball, 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 basketball. And then he blew his knees out too, so now he just does weights at the gym and goes for walks and shit like that. But it's again, like it's a priority. You have to make your health a priority. If you don't do that, here's a 60-year-old woman. Kamala Harris, she was, from what best I can tell, she was born in 60 or 61. Kamala Harris was born in 1964. Michelle Obama was born in 1964. Okay? Jill Biden was born in 1951. And then you look at Melania, I don't know what year she was born in. Was she born in the 70s? And then you look at her, and this could be covered up because she's about Hillary's size. She's actually Kamala's size. I oh, God. You could get her a dress, find a belt that would work with it, put some flat shoes on. For God's sakes, get her hair done. And don't have your handbag slung over. Oh my God. Maybe get some contacts. But I used to read books on like success and in selling but I did highly, if people make comments like, oh, you sound like you're really a shit idiot. No, I'm not. This is sort of where I vent. I'm not getting paid for anything, and I don't even expect anyone to listen to this. But I'm putting it out there because I think this is important. He is on purpose embarrassing this woman, and he's also on purpose embarrassing the United States and the Republican Party. But more importantly, who the fuck brings their mom? When have we ever seen this before? I think that this was just sort of like, hey, mom, you want to ride in a private jet? Then there's more. Yeah, she's having some difficulty. She's trying though. And he should maybe even grab her arm. It's your mom. Just, I don't know. I don't like the way this looks. Think of like, so this Amy Creamer, whoever that is, what an idiot she is. I can't love this enough. JD Vance has his mama with him on the campaign trail. Well, keep that in Appalachia. Please, I beg you. This is embarrassing. The most embarrassing person it's for, the most embarrassing person, or the person who's going to be embarrassed the most is his own mom. I don't think he really likes her all that much. Because you have that wife of yours take her to a department store. I don't know where she lives or what you guys have. Even I shop at, like Express. I used to buy most of I just take her to J. Crew. That's kind of an easy go-to place. It's 100. It was actually 100 degrees in the heat index today, and so I just was wearing like short jean short cutoff shorts And like I said, I did the 400 stairs, and then I took with my crutches a walk, um, at least a half mile. But my body, it was hard on me. It hurt. I'm on crutches. It was difficult. It was super hot, but I'm just like wearing a Harley t-shirt and blue jean cutoff shorts, and I'm her age. Okay, and that's just being outside here. But if I were to go to a special occasion or go on the private plane of a former president, and oh my god, and this guy's got all kinds of money from all his BS with Peter Thiel, and this is how she dresses. It's embarrassing. Jill Biden is like 11 years older than her. I'd say Hillary looks better, but Hillary's just so disgusting. I couldn't even. I don't think Hillary cares about her appearance either, but no, I don't think. And then you know what else he said? He says, "I loved having mom on the campaign trail today." Exclamation point. I think her favorite stop was the A&W in Michigan for root beer floats. Okay, can I take a pause? You have Kennedy out there this week on a health, make America healthy again. And you guys are probably saying, "Oh, it's just one root beer." No, this woman has lots of root beer floats. But the point is, she can't look at herself in front of a full length mirror. She doesn't even know where to begin. She has no sense of etiquette, no sense of style, no sense of class. She is flat out trailer park trash. And I have to say, he's got to be too. This is just disgusting. And why are you promoting junk food at a chain restaurant? Because she probably had more than root beer floats. She probably had onion rings and greasy hamburgers with a bunch of fried onions, and she probably just chowed that shit down. 69 days to victory, not when you're pulling shit like this. There was no reason for her to be with you today, except why? Did she speak? No. You thought it'd be fun to take advantage of Trump's plane and the campaign money from all the PACs that are flying you and your mommy around. And she probably ate on the plane. She probably ate in the morning. She probably ate in the afternoon. She probably didn't stop all day. I know. I'm going to get slammed for this. I know that. Um, so let's look at Michelle Obama, who was born in 1964. 4 years after. Okay, so just a couple of years. Once you get up to, you're 60 and all that shit, it's kind of like, okay, how are you putting yourself together? So Kamala Harris was also born in 64. Um, let's say pictures. So you're still a young woman in today's day. I didn't, by the way, I thought she looked really bad at the convention. I don't like her hair like that. I know she's trying to be cool and cute and stuff. I just think it looks, well, I just don't think it looks good. I mean, she could have just put it in a bun, but to have that long, almost like down to her. Now, here's an example. This chick is a porker, okay? She has a behind the size of a damn house. She did not look good. So she's probably a bad example. But look at what she's wearing. And she's big. She's fat, okay? I know, I know. But look at what she's wearing. Was she wearing like pants or something? I don't think she looked very good. I don't like the overdone jewelry either. It's this. I don't like the way she did it. According to Joel Gilbert, she's trying to sort of get down with the black community by looking like this. But man, I was just out grocery shopping at the co-op in the hood today. Yeah, that's where it is. And all me it's I'd say 50% white, 50% black, but you know, I talk to everyone in there. It's a small place. And those people, they love the organic meat. The people I talk to is in any white, black, whatever. I don't eat meat. It's a surprise, isn't it? Um, I mean, I do, but I don't prepare it and eat it. I don't have any in the home, um, which is probably not a good thing. But I'm just eating fish right now and eggs, so I'm not really loving this. But you see how she's put herself together. I think her hair looked better. It just looked better on her, like um, this just, I mean, it's a big extension thing and it's probably a pain in the ass to take care of, but she has someone to do that. Let's look in here. Let's see. Michelle Obama. Yeah, I didn't like her look. Mm, I didn't like her look this time. I thought she looked a bit harsh and almost mannish. Like she didn't look, she can be very soft and very pretty, as you see here. So this is appropriate. She's just a couple of years younger than Mrs. Vance or whatever. I guess she changed her name too. Can you believe these people? Talk about screwed up. Let's go recent. Yeah, she didn't. I didn't. I didn't understand. I'm sorry. Why? I mean, maybe she's just getting older. Turning 60 and all. Maybe she's just, you know, maybe she's let herself go a little bit. I'm not a fan of her, but according to Joel Gilbert, he did a movie on this. Her upbringing in 19, I can't believe I can't get this pulled up. Her upbringing in 1964 in Chicago, which is, I think, about 90 miles south. It wasn't that much different than mine, although she actually had more privilege than I did because I didn't have shit from my parents. So my dad invested it in his property, his other property. And my parents weren't in debt. They paid cash for everything. I mean, maybe a couple $100, but that's seriously. Um, but my dad worked constantly. But my mom taught me at a young age how to dress, how to put myself together, what kind of slip to wear, what for what occasion. She was very big on that. And I really appreciate that. We had, being younger, I being one of the younger kids of the family, I was going to events and um, that were, um, upper crust because of my family and their background. And, mainly weddings and parties and things like that. The parties were for the kids more, didn't really matter. But the weddings, I had a lot of weddings that I had to go to in my family. And yeah, I think you get the drift. Plus, for my job, I had to be professional, um, like at all times. It was required. In the 80s, it was like you couldn't really even have a skirt. Your skirt had to be just below the knee where I worked. It just, that's the way it was. And I loved Liz Claiborne stuff back then, which is kind of kerplunk, but that was when the stock went public, and it was, well, no, a lot of the people in the place were buying the stock, and uh, the traders were, and I overheard them talking about it. I told my parents about it, and they went out and bought the stock and made quite a bit of money. Is that illegal? The stock went up constantly. And so that I had some beautiful outfits. I did Express. Ralph Lauren was a little bit too pricey for me at that time. But mainly I did. I went and to the decent department stores and bought the mid-range stuff. And then when I got older, it was just strictly Ralph Lauren suits. And then you know I did a lot of J. Crew and stuff like that. So what I'm trying to say is there's absolutely no reason for this chick. This is disrespectful. I mean, it looks like she probably has a Depends pad on. I mean, yeah, when you're overweight like that, your bladder's going to get messed up. Ugh. And your son's dressed up in a tie and suit, and you. So I guess it was bring your mom to work day. So I'm just disgusted by it. Um, for God's sakes, you've got enough money. Get a stylist in there. People are unemployed right now. Give someone a job. I don't. Okay. Oh my God. Right. Oh.